I have to provide some global reflection. So I prepared some paper, but I am not going to read it. But I want to really, based on my country visits, based on my bilateral engagement with many states worldwide who are presenting their VNR, based on my discussion with children. And after I heard you, I think, to be very frank with you, when I was appointed 5 years ago, the 1st July, I came from the plane to the high-level political forum to discuss SDG 16. 5 years after, I am repeating the same thing. So I am a little bit disappointed, to be very frank with you. And I think I want to focus on having some key takeaway. I think we need to have the same understanding of access to justice. What does it mean, child-sensitive justice? Because it's physical access, it's cultural access, it's economical access. We need really to think about it. In another point, what means access to justice is not only building, as you highlight, courts, but also people who are duly trained and really... the other access to justice is building trust in justice. The children who are victims, children are not, the reflex is not going to police and to justice. We have a big problem of trust in justice. This is important. Access to justice means also that it provides, it listens to children, avoid victimization, all things we know, but also to be speed, because the length of proceeding is long, to make sure that the investigation are child sensitive, and to make sure, and most importantly, that the child will have, the psychosocial support that it's needed, the protection that it's needed, the remedies, and it means having other sectors who are working. Justice system alone cannot make it. Health has to be on board. Education has to be on board. Police has to be on board. Social protection has to be on board. A lot. And in another point, if we need that children who are really go to justice, recover, and heal, we need to make sure that the prosecution are well done. And sorry, many perpetrators violating rights of children are not held accountable. And we have this big issue of impunity. And when it doesn't work, what kind of grievance redress mechanism the child can go and really ask? And this is about accountability of the justice system, as you highlight. Overseeing, transparency, making sure that really this justice is working, and to make it really publicly and disclose and discuss it. Another point that it's important, and you highlighted, you cannot have only a child-friendly justice if you have not, as a prerequisite, a legal framework that is in line with child rights. And sorry, we are seeing worldwide a pushback on rights, including children's rights. We are seeing also, we have to bear in mind also the issue of customary laws in many places. So this is very important. And you have, my God, the crisis that we are facing worldwide currently, climate crisis, social crisis, conflict worldwide, and children who are, in this situation, and mainly those who are in conflict, have no access to justice. This is really huge. And here it brings me, regarding that, to be very frank, many things I was visiting, many things are done. The problem is a set of integrated services that are centered on children have to be put in place. If it's not done, if one chain is missing, it's not going to work. And it means also listening to children, not only a show to have them one day, but really they are users of the services. And they can tell you when it's failed. And this is very important to have them on board in the monitoring in a regular way. And coming to the multilateralism, my God, this I am more and more disappointed because since I arrived, I can tell you we are in a divided world currently, a geopolitical divided world. Many states, many individuals who are violating humanitarian law and in human rights are not held accountable. So I think, and you highlight the issue of accountability, justice cannot go without accountability. Another point regarding multilateralism, I am visiting many countries who have political will to do it. And really regarding the cooperation, because multilateralism is also cooperation. So how we can switch from this donor-driven and siloed approach and unsustainable approach to strengthen the systems of the countries. And justice is part of the system, not only having wonderful policy framework, but to make sure that the systems are really strengthened. And this is missing. The other point, we have cross-border crisis, the conflict, migration, climate, online. And here we need to have strong multilateralism, really, to make sure that children are duly protected, that their rights are duly protected. I remind you that currently, even with Europe and worldwide, migration, many children are detained for migration because they are migrants. Many children are statelessness. They are no legal identities. They are not existing. So how they can access to justice? Many children currently are deprived of liberty and detained in camps, without judicial procedure. And I am speaking, it's going now. So I think we need really, regarding SDG 16 and the justice, to have a more strong multilateralism regarding that, to revitalize it, because this, we need to be very frank, it's not working at all. And last but not the least is children as part of the solution. And here it's important, and I am happy that you are going to do this simulation, but children as part of solution means having them as part of solution at local level, at national level, at regional, global, but in a systematic way, to see them as partners, not only one day. And at global level, and in our UN currently system, it's very difficult to bring children and to speak. We have more focus on youth because children are left behind. And at the same time, to arrive in this wonderful country, you need visa, and you have a lot of children who have no access to visa. So something is going wrong. Speaking about justice for and with children, we need really to have a strong self-criticism. We can make it. You are here. We have many states who are really committed, many civil society who are very committed, and I think we really need to review this system, to review this multilateralism, to review the justice, but not on peace. It's not only SDG 16, it's the whole Agenda 2030, because poverty, if it's not addressed, it's not social justice. It's climate crisis, is not addressed, it's not about climate justice. Children who are not responsible for all wars, climate, all these things are paying the huge tribute. And we are not speaking about them because they are not seen, as an investment to invest on, but as a problem to resolve. We are more focusing on youth because they are more close to vote and for productivity things. But what is important, if we are not investing in people since the early childhood and through a life cycle approach, we will never, never, never achieve the Agenda 2030. So sorry, I am a little bit, aggressive, but I think we can make it, and we can make it. Just think concretely about, and I forgot one thing, sorry, regarding the barriers. You have also, and I heard a lot of children, is racism and xenophobia, which is increasing. So the list is long. So just if we can listen to all these people, and if we need to build trust in all institutions, in the multilateral institution, we need to be transparent, accessible, and self-critical. Many